The Taj Motel trio there, King of Wasted Time, Dury before that, Who's Laughing Now? That guy didn't really laugh at all, so I guess no one?
Yeah, no, I mean, it seemed as though the song was not a very laughy kind of song.
there were moments, I think, but
it was very like, this is how it is.
Yeah.
So we were talking about it a little in the beginning there, CJ. We've got a couple things to talk about. So do you want to talk about the super serious one or the funny one first?
I guess we'll get the serious one out of the way.
Serious one out of the way. World War III might happen according to the American State Department.
Okay.
So each year, the Russian government performs military exercises on its Ukrainian border, or at least near its Ukrainian border. Now, because we're the United States of America, we oversee all of these things from a distance because, Russia is not a NATO ally. Okay? So recently they've been positioning about 120,000, I think it's 100 between 100 to 120,000 troops nearby the Ukrainian border.
I got a side question.
Yes.
What is NATO?
NATO is a group of allies between the United States, European countries, and the EU, basically. And then a select few other countries. It's basically like a defense thing, like allegedly.
Yeah, I'm going to say it kind of sounds like a universal government going on.
It's a fucking they're like the world police, basically, and the United States owns it. So it's like ipso facto makes us the world police.
Okay.
It's our international jurisdiction becomes NATO jurisdiction.
That's bullshit.
It's absolute dog shit, in fact. So anyway, the Ukraine just so happens to be a country that kind of wants to enter into NATO, kind of, right? They're always on the precipice of doing so. However, this angers Russia because Russia is a trade partner of Ukraine. There's like a whole history there.
So they can't, if Ukraine becomes NATO, then they can't trade with Russia because Russia's not NATO?
Correct. NATO was kind of created as a way to put pressure on Russia. Like purposely excluding Russia in order to make it so that like the Cold War became like an international thing rather than just America versus Russia.
Wasn't Cuba involved in that too?
Cuba, no. Well, yes, but they were that was part of the embargoes that were going on with Cuba. And that was also a UN-backed thing as well. And there's also differences there.
I hope this is giving people like a good outlook of the American education system is like.
Right. No, it's just terrible. It's absolutely terrible. These
are all things Keegan learned on his own after school.
Yeah. Well, I mean, along the way, I've been since I was a young. Actually, when I was in the second grade, one of my teachers told me I could be the president of the United States. And then my parents were like, yeah, you could be president of the United States. And I fucking considered it real heavily to the point where I even ran for office once. But like, it's not going to happen. I'm not a rich man. I was not born to the right family.
Yeah.
That's just the way it works. Sorry, everybody.
I was like, why were they thinking it? Like, at what point? Who lied to them?
I am 1,000% convinced that 90 to 100% of my family.
Like, where does the lie start on there?
Well, they believed I was mentally handicapped, so definitely I believe that they think that they were lying to me for sure.
Okay.
Like, you could be president. The teacher, I don't think thought I was like that though, because that was like the years where I started reading all the history books, in the history section, and then like I would read the newspaper and shit. Like, I was weird. I was a weird kid. But yeah. So anywho,
I got heavy into online forums that are early. Like I've been getting my information the way people now get their information.
For like the last very long time.
I've been doing it for like the last 25 years.
But anywhozer, the troops that are now amassing on the Ukrainian border have caused the American State Department to absolutely lose their fucking mind, to the point where like the American State Department is putting out like everybody in the American embassies in the Ukraine should leave the Ukraine within the next week, like putting out these advisories, and then like less than 5% of the employees actually leave the embassies. Like, and then they're like, oh, well, they're setting up all of these like healthcare checkpoints all over the Ukraine just in case there's an invasion. And then like the president of the Ukraine comes out and was like, no, we're not.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're not. Because if you remember correctly, Zelensky, the president of the Ukraine, was a comedian. He's like, he used to be a comedian.
Okay, so this is the same guy that shrunk his kids, right?
Nope, you're thinking of Rick Moranis?
Well, no. Rick Moranis is the actor that played.
Wait, what?
I'm pretty sure the name that you just called that guy is like the actual last name of the character Rick Moranis plays in Honey, I Shrunk.
Zelensky?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, he's also the guy that was like wrapped up in the whole like Trump impeachment thing too.
Which one?
The first one, like
Okay.
the Ukrainian, the Ukrainian like extortion case thing. But anyway, Zelensky has come out multiple times and been like, I don't know what the Americans are talking about. They really need to chill out. But every single fucking day, the United States government is like, war is imminent. War is imminent. And it's literally like a part of American and international relations at this point is brinksmanship. Running us right to the brink of war and then averting it somehow.
Yeah.
And we've seen this time and time and time and time again. Do you remember when maybe you don't, but it was like 5 months ago, a bunch of people in Cuba were like protesting. Yeah, we're protesting like anti-communist stuff. And the American State Department was like, oh my God, we might have to invade Cuba. And then like 2 weeks later, you didn't hear anything about it because it was an astroturfed thing put on by the CIA.
Yeah.
That we'll find out about later. Not that that's confirmed or anything, but we'll find out about it later, how the CIA basically funded a bunch of people to be like,
I want to go
yay,
to Cuba.
capitalism in Cuba. Oh, I want to go to Cuba too. They have a lung cancer vaccine in Cuba.
I know.
It's fucking crazy. It's a vaccine, though. It doesn't treat lung cancer. It prevents it, which is like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, we need to get there now.
Right, yeah, I know. I need to get there, like, as far as I know, right now.
Yeah. That's like, Ellis just went to Colombia to get stem cells.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like
Good
an
spot to go
American.
to.
Well, it's an American company, but they have to operate out of Colombia.
Well, it's the same thing if, like, you want to get good hair plugs, you got to go to Turkey.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to get your hair replaced, you got to go to Turkey.
Same thing with dental work. Apparently, Turkey's a good
Really?
spot to go. Yeah.
I've heard India is
Like,
a good spot to go to for
It'll cost you less to have like your entire mouth replaced with those veneer implants. To fly and a hotel and everything to go to Turkey, it will still cost you like $5,000 less than if you have insurance and live in the United States.
Is it Iceland or is it like Estonia or one of those Eastern Bloc countries that like literally you can go and get an education for free, and then like within a year of living there, you can basically get like all of your dental work and any healthcare needs that you need met. Like after just a year of being there, but like
Estonia have the money to do that? I thought
international
they were
students
kind of a
get free. Well, here's the trick, right? Is that you get citizenship when you move there.
Yeah.
To like you have to become a citizen as a way to get like free college.
Yeah.
So once you get there, you get free college, and then you are a citizen with a college education in a country that might be lacking for college educated people.
Okay.
So it's like a way to build your what is that, like specialized
So it's
class.
probably not even like that difficult of a college to get an education from, as far as passing and stuff goes. I mean, you might have to learn the language.
I don't know the quality. I don't know the quality.
You're definitely gonna have to learn the language before you make that decision, right?
So that's our So that's our serious bit of news. I just wanted to get that out there, let everybody know how I feel about it, because apparently, CJ, this is
really cool. I think go for it, you know?
The way I feel about it, where I say, like, this is bullshit, everybody needs to settle the fuck down, yada, yada, that's unpopular.
Yeah, no, I'm on the, let's fucking,
here's the thing.
Something up.
This is what doesn't make any sense. Even if Russia really actually wanted to take the Ukraine, they know that that's going to trigger the United States.
I mean, they would have by now.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
And they're not just going to line up like Russia has shown. They're not just going to line up on a border. They're going to come right the fuck over the border.
But it's the thing that they do every single winter is they do like exercises on that border. It's just now is the biggest. It's the largest exercise they've ever done. But if you also remember when North Korea was doing all those tests in like off the coast of Japan, and we were like, oh my god, we're gonna go to war with Korea. It's the same fucking thing, man. We see this every fucking year. We see it every cycle. It's just another way for the State Department to like bring up nationalist fervor. Don't fall for it,
North
friends.
Korea is not gonna fuck with Japan because Japan's gonna drop the Gundams, dude.
Right? No, dude, have you seen?
I've seen.
Like they're like legit building.
They're
Gundams.
Real, dude.
They're legit building
real.
Gundams.
Not only are they building them right now, but I think they've been building them for a long time.
I think that's not technology that gets built overnight. So yeah,
I think hidden in the Japanese mountains are many a Gundam.
The movie Pacific Rim was a fucking warning. They're coming.
That's been a legitimate conspiracy theorist topic for as long as I can remember.
All these volcanoes that are erupting in the middle of the Pacific Ocean aren't actually volcanoes. It's rifts being torn in between here and the Godzilla world. I love it.
I'm gonna we'll talk about it off air. Remind me Godzilla. If all you have to do is say Godzilla and I'll remember.
Okay. So we have one more thing to talk about. I have one more thing to talk about.
No.
Then this is just a funny thing, and it kind of ties into the fact that I've been doing watch-alongs for the UFC on our Twitch channel every single Saturday, usually around like 5 p.m. till midnight. Just come and hang out on the YouTube or on the Twitch channel. Come hang out with me. It's a lot of fun. Jump in chat, say hey, watch fights.
It's a more Umbro show on all platforms.
Yes. Kevin Holland, famous welterweight, maybe lightweight. I'm pretty sure it's a welterweight, but he might be lightweight in the UFC. Has been accepting all comers in the form of internet trolls. He is currently 2-0 against internet trolls who have challenged him to a fight, and he has invited them to his gym and beat the shit out of both of them on camera and posted it on his Instagram. It's hilarious.
So if we do this, will he tag us in the post at least?
No. He doesn't give them any clout.
Let's say let's hit him up and be like, look, dude, we're not really trolling you, but like,
well, he's only doing it to shut people up. He's just doing it to shut up trolls.
I mean, but we could still post the video too, right?
We could try. I mean, I'm not telling you don't do it. I'm just saying, like, I think he has an aim. Absolutely, to shoot your shot, CJ.
I mean, we have to do like a whole thing where people, guess. I think
we got to go to him.
Well, yeah. Well, first we got to get like all the listeners to guess how long I'm going to last.
Right.
Which be ready for March Madness, people. It's coming.
Ooh, I forgot. Yeah, we got to get everybody pre-revved for March Madness.
I think probably
next week.
I think what we do is on Twitch. On Twitch is we do more. We try to see if we can't get some more tier lists going.
Ooh,
in the genres that we normally select, because I mean, with our punk tier list, we kind of already have our punk stuff. At least what to put up for people to vote.
We should do just do a tier list of like different bands and then select all the S tiers.
Yeah,
and then pick from the S tiers, like have a selection round through the S tiers. I like it. I like that idea. We'll do that.
Yeah, I think that's a way.
But I just thought that was a fun.
Once again, tune into the Twitch, people.
Yeah. I think that was just a fun piece of Moron Bros style UFC news that I wanted to bring to discussion. But
I think I could last.
Dude, the body kicks he was landing on this last guy.
Rounds.
Rounds,
45 seconds.
The body kicks he was landing on the last guy. I'm pretty sure, dude, your stomach would just explode.
As long as he doesn't go right for the hip, if I can keep him away from the hip.
You're not going to keep him away from the hip. He's a wrestler. He's going to fucking.
Well, that's the thing is like,
you're going to eat leg kicks.
Well, that's the thing is like, he can punch me in the face a lot, so I don't have to worry about protecting the face.
No, you might have to. He's a really good puncher. He's a really good.
But I think I could last 45 seconds.
Okay.
We got to figure it out.
This is a UFC style fight. This is a UFC fighter, dude. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, I'm getting at least one titty twister in.
Oh my god, dude! If you did that, he would beat the living fuck out of you. Like he wouldn't stop.
I think we'd be friends afterwards, though.
I don't think so. Maybe he would. I don't know. I
think so.
I'm interested. Send him some emails. See if he'll do it for fun. And maybe since like you're being cool about it, he won't be a dick and like just kick you in the hip over and over and over and over again.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is I don't think he's gonna do enough research to listen to the show to find out.
Of course not. But he spammed B button on this kid. Like he just fucking body kick till the kid just quit. It was hilarious.
And then I'll shit myself before I quit. So he might quit first. You know,
Dude,
what if I can get him to quit?
If the minute he punches you in the face, you just shit your pants.
Before he even punches, as he cocks.
And then you just go and hug him.
Yeah, as he cocks.
Sweep the leg as you shit your pants. Like, lift the leg of sweeping, shit, take him down.
Yeah.
Now he's got to grapple with you with shit pants.
We talk about this a lot about how it would go down if we settled world situations and other situations if the two people involved would just go 3 rounds.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They were talking about this on the Ellis show. I just remembered. There's a senator or something in another country somewhere, and him and another senator were beefing whether like this thing should be built or not, if it's in the budget or whatever. So they agreed on a 3-round MMA fight.
What? Where is this?
I don't know. I can't remember now.
Fuck.
I was driving like at the time, and by the time I was done driving, like I got somewhere, I forgot to text you about it to look it up. But yeah, they apparently the one dude fucked the other dude.
I was gonna say, on one hand, I love it, right? Because it's hilarious. On the other hand, it's like, this is like public policy.
Yeah.
Like, this is definitely not something that should be put to a trial by combat. Oh man.
And then they started talking about like how, they started like listing off US politicians that would be
I'm more interested,
like, instead of the debates, it was just a 3-round fight.
I'm more interested that if you get a traffic violation or a moving violation, you can fight the cop who gave you the ticket, like in court. Like, they have to show up to court like they normally do. But if they personally don't show up, like, they forfeit the match and you can get out of your traffic ticket.
Which happens anyway if they don't show up to court, right?
No, because they can have one guy show up all day long and just represent all officers.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I thought the cop had to show. I know that
some places. It's
local. It's got to be in some places.
Some places, but like other places, like they can't schedule all the cops, like Chicago or like bigger cities.
Too,
I'm pretty sure they just have one person represent the police department just throughout the day after.
Which I would imagine would actually, with body cams, almost make sense now. Like, it could be doable. But before that, I don't see how that's doable.
Right. But here's my thing, is instead, if you show up, you write 10 tickets, you might have to fight 10 fucking dudes that day. Like,
just instead of showing up to court in a suit and a tie, you just got like your bicycle pants on, your bicycle shorts.
Exactly. Hoping that you're number 4.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I'm going to fuck this guy up.
Got the homie waiting in the courtroom for you with a boombox for you to come out and shit.
Right. Well, and then that's the thing, right? Is like, you could fuck with town cops, but like highway patrol, like those dudes, like all they do is fight people. That's the thing is, like, now the state can fucking pay-per-view this.
Oh,
here we go.
And those that now they're making money.
Now we got job creators.
Yeah,
now we're job creators. And then it's like, when you find that guy that just keeps beating the fuck out of cops, like we've made like a feeder system for the UFC.
Yeah.
B, like, you get that one guy that's like, oh man, he's like 19-0 against like speeding tickets. He just goes to like random towns and speeds.
Yeah.
So he can he's like, I'm on tour.
Not like John Jones doesn't get off enough as it is already.
I was going to say, yeah. Now we're just making a perfect sport for John Jones.
I know.
We're making the perfect.
Do illegal shit.
Yeah, he just does a bunch of illegal shit so we can fight cops.
Yeah.
Which would be the first time I'd root for John Jones in a while. It'd be the first time in a while, I should say. I used to.
By the time I found out about the guy, he was already a piece of shit. So.
Massive piece of shit. Yeah, totally. Well, I was willing to forgive hitting or the hit and run on a pregnant lady, right? Like, because that was like when he was 24. Like, we're all stupid when we're in our 20s. He was super rich and like the youngest light heavyweight champion I've ever. Like, I get it. Like, you're a fucking idiot, and I'll let one big thing slide. But man, when you just keep fucking up like that, fuck John Jones. Driving around all just a real piece
shooting
of shit.
A gun off and shit.
Yeah, beat his wife and shit in front of his kids. Like, fuck you, man. Fuck you. But anywho's there.
You hear about that Chuck Liddell thing?
It was, that he didn't do anything wrong.
No, he didn't do anything. Sounds like it's a reverse situation of the John Jones.
Yeah. Well, that was actually, who did I talk about?
What a teddy bear.
I talked about that with somebody where I was like, it's great that even though, you know, he's got definitely some punchiness to
insane amount of brain injury.
Right.
Like,
but like
when you hear him talk, you're like, is Chuck Liddell a heroin addict?
Right. Nope. Just fought way too many times.
Oh my God. Way too many times.
We're getting a Liddell emote on Twitch.
Okay.
But we've already gone far too long in this voiceover.
Yeah. Actually, I got one more thing I wanted to talk about.
Oh, okay. One more thing.
Since I think, oh man, we got to do Hanson still.
That's next voiceover.
Is it? All right. I've been listening to, we're gonna do a podcast corner.
Oh, okay. Dude, it's been forever since we did a podcast.
Yeah,
I mean, we've talked about Fat Mike
There's
before.
not a lot of new podcasts that I really listen to, and I don't know. Did we talk about it on the podcast or did we talk about it on the Twitch show? It's hard to tell anymore.
I'm pretty sure
they
both,
kind of blur.
But we also have talked a lot of shit about we've been involved with the Weird Time Recorded. So now that was kind of podcast corner for all intents and purposes.
Fat Mike's Fat Mike is amazing. It's like it's a really good podcast.
Good. I was very surprised at how entertaining it is.
It's so good that like I can listen to old NoFX again without hatred in my heart.
I am happy to hear that.
Well, you know, the normal hatred that comes with
right. Well, yeah, because it's NoFX still.
Yeah. So it's cool. I'm glad Fat Mike's comedy is not went the way of his music writing.
Right.
And honestly, I don't know. We'll see what happens with this album when it finally comes out. But go listen to Fat Mike's Fat Mike. Fuck, he's doing things that we were doing very early on at the Moron Bro Show with this podcast. It's pretty hilarious, actually.
We've got to see if we can get on Fat Mike's Fat Mike.
I feel like at this point we're the Simpsons of punk rock podcasts.
What do you mean?
We've had so many faces and we've done like so many different bits and things that like
we're finally in our early 2000s era.
Yeah, so now it's like when somebody comes out with a new punk rock podcast, it's like, oh, it's kind of like that thing that we used to do then.
It's true, yeah. We do that a lot.
So yeah, we've become the Simpsons of punk rock podcasting.
Honestly,
we're nowhere the best. In terms.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, Family Guy is better at this point.
I don't know, Family Guy's better, but American.
It doesn't have a better body of work, but definitely contemporarily, Family Guy has held up a lot better.
New season of Futurama coming.
I'm not happy about it.
I'm pretty stoked.
I think that it ended perfectly, and you don't need to fucking destroy everything. But we can talk about that another day because we have already, like I said, gone far too long in this voiceover.
So we're talking about Fat Mike's Fat Mike.
If you're big fans of Days and Days, this next set is going to be happy for you.
One of Jesse's older bands, Escape the Zoo. They've been a band for I don't know, as long as Days and Days, if not longer.
No shit.
Yeah.
How come we haven't heard of them?
From what I can tell, I have.
Okay.
They never really put out anything like of insanely high quality.
Okay.
And nothing until now that I would consider to sound better than Days and Days song.
Okay.
So their new album is called Counting Cards, and it's on Fat Records, which makes it yet again even more amazing.
Totally.
Much like the last Days and Days album. I think this really puts Jesse at a point of musical genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say that. Yeah. I mean, just his lyricism and that. Oh, we've talked about this. Where I feel like his lyricism and also his songwriting style, not necessarily sound, but style, translates to a completely different sound.
Yeah,
and it's like the fact that you
really
can do that so seamlessly, and it sounds original, but you know, like it's very distinct. It's very distinct, but still original, and it's fucking great. I love it.
He proved that he can do this both through, the dirtiest of drug dens to complete sobriety, which is a challenge you rarely see.
And he went to
fulfilled.
Fat Records and released 2 albums that were actually
The production was
good.
cool. Yeah,
very good production, and he didn't get fucked by Fat Mike and not Fat Mike, but Fat Rec.
Fat Mike.
I mean, let's reserve. Given his podcast, let's reserve the right to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. So we got 2 Escape the Zoo songs off the new album here because it's just it's really fucking good.
Yeah, very good.
We got Shit Show coming up next. Wasted Years after that. Off the brand new Counting Cards Escape the Zoo album. Go check it out over at Fat Records. You're listening to the Moron Bros Show here at RealPunkRadio.com. Let's check it out.